This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Can you play the Landon Roberts thing? Because I thought that was Landon Roberts. You know, I forgot that I wanted. There was one thing Dolphins-wise that I wanted to get into, because today Armando Salguero had an article talking about the shortcomings of the offense, and you guys know that I don't believe we really should be focused on the shortcomings right now of the team, and everything that Armando put in that article was true. The only problem I had with the article was it's obvious. And it's obvious because you have a journeyman quarterback or a rookie quarterback. You've got an offensive line with 3 rookies in it. You know, you've got no number 1 wide receiver right now because Devontae Parker really isn't 100% healthy. And Preston Williams is out. You know what I mean? So it was really, to me, it was an article where it was a layup to write, because it's obvious they focused a lot on defense this offseason, and that's why the defense is exceptional. And on offense, I just think you should be writing more about a lot of the really good stuff that's going on with this team, and there's a lot of good stuff, especially when you're 7-4 in the second year of a complete rebuild. And Landon Roberts, he had a play this past week against the Jets on 4th and 1 against Frank Gore. And he's done this a couple times. I got to tell you something. I've become a fan of that guy because he will sell out his body. A couple weeks back, he hit somebody so hard, I was afraid he knocked himself out in the process. And he laid a couple of enormous licks in that game. And this past week against Frank Gore on that 4th and 1, that was awesome. And I just want to give some love to Landon Roberts, because I'm so impressed with the way he plays the game itself. I'm not telling you he's the second coming and he's the greatest I'm not telling you any of that. I'm just telling you it's impressive the way he sells out for this team, down in and down out. And here's a Landon Roberts talking about that 4th and 1 play on Sunday after the game.
You know, it's big. You know, as a defense, when it comes down to them 4th and 1s, you know, it's a lot on the mentality. Feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I look at it like if a team want to run the ball on 4th and 1, it's more so disrespectful as a defense, and it tests your defense. And as weeks been going, we've been getting real good in them situations. And, you know, I had the opportunity to make a play for my team and was able to make it and execute it.
I love how he took it personal. I found that so cool when he said it's like an insult to your defense that they want to go for it on 4th and 1. And that and the way that guy, and let me tell you, the way he sells out, I do worry about his life after football, but man, do I admire the crap out of it, because it takes a toughness to play this game that you and I really don't have, okay? Let's be honest now. All right, we may think we're tough in life and we gut through everything that we do every single day, but to be willing to take the punishment that game delivers every single day of your life and how it builds up on your body, my Lord, that is brutal, dude. And so I got to give the man some love when you deserve it, and he deserves a ton of love for the way he's played for Miami and the way he's sold out. I just want to mention him because we talk a lot about X, and we talk a lot about Agba, and we talk a lot about, you know, certain guys out there. We're not giving a lot of love to Landon Roberts. And that's what I would like for the local media to do, is talk about the defense and talk about the special teams and talk about this coaching staff. I know the offense is a work in progress, but that's what this offseason will be about. They will fix the offense. Can't fix everything at once. But there's so many good stories like a Landon Roberts that I wish we would talk more about a Landon Roberts. You know, I wish we would talk more about Nick Needham. I wish we would talk more about Van Ginkel. Raekwon Davis is now, you know, playing well. The kid that you got for Minka. Remember, that's the pick for Minka. And the kid's doing a nice job on the D-line. There's a lot of good stories, man. Sealer. Seiler, whatever his name is. I mean, there's a lot of Bobby McCain, how he's made the adjustment to free safety as an undersized guy, and somehow or another he's staying on the field, and you don't hear much about him. There's so many good stories with the Dolphins that I just find it like it's an easy layup to pick on the offense right now when it's not fair that these guys have only had 2 trips through the draft. And the first trip, that wasn't even a full draft load. The second one obviously was overloaded, and now this one will be overloaded. I just would like to focus on some of that stuff, man, because that hit against Gore was just – that was awesome, dude. Because you got to hit Gore like you're a fire hydrant.
They said it during the game. Gore does not get hit and not pick up a yard or 2 after contact.
It's impossible.
That's what that guy does.
It's impossible.
He's made a living on it.
It's awesome. So
I love the way Roberts
hats
sounds.
off to Landon Roberts.
Some of his other comments, man, you know what it is? He takes it personal.
I love it.
This is,
love it.
It's an insult for you to run off. Like, he's, like, all in, bro.
I love it.
You know what? I got to think.
That's the kind of stuff that, you can get behind as a football fan, as a Dolphin fan, and you got to love how he sells out for his team, man.
The defense usually doesn't get all the glitz and the glory and the, press release and all that. The second, third year of your defense being good, that's when they start, like,
right.
So I got to think this is coming down the pike. It is inevitable.
Right.
We will hear all the wonderful stories about these guys.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Julius 305, thank you, sir. He said meeting, so he sent in a super chat. Thank you.